Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to talk about the abducent nerve. This abducent nerve is also called as the sixth cranial nerve. Okay. Now this abducent nerve, though it is a small nerve, okay, though it is a small nerve, but it is very long in length. It is very long in length, okay, because it is turning behind and then coming in front, and then it is passing through the posterior cranial fossa, the middle cranial fossa, and then from the superior orbital fissure into the eye, and in the eye it supplies the lateral rectus muscle. So the course of the abducent nerve is very simple, and the course of the third cranial nerve, the fourth cranial nerve, and the sixth cranial nerve is almost the same. Only their origin is different. Okay, so one is originating at the midbrain, the other is originating at the pons, the other is originating at the junction of pons and medulla. The course is same. They come out from the nucleus. They pass through the posterior cranial fossa. From the posterior cranial fossa, they go into the middle cranial fossa, and in the middle cranial fossa they pass through the superior orbital fissure, and from the superior orbital fissure they supply the respective muscles. So the muscles which we are speaking, they are the muscles which are supplying the extraocular muscles. You know there are 4 recti and 2 oblique muscle, isn't it? So the one oblique muscle, that is the superior oblique, is supplied by the fourth cranial nerve. And now today we are going to study about the Abucent nerve, which supplies the lateral rectus muscle, and we can remember it as LR6. Now first to show you the origin. The origin of the sixth cranial nerve is from the sixth cranial nerve nucleus, and this sixth cranial nerve nucleus lies in the pons. Got it? And it is very closely related to the seventh cranial nerve, and it lies in the facial colliculus. Now what is this facial colliculus? So first of all, this is the midbrain, okay, then we have the pons, then we have the medulla, okay, and then we have the fourth ventricle, and then we have the cerebellum, isn't it? While teaching about all these organs, I did mention this diagram. So this is the midbrain, is it? This is the midbrain. Now this is the pons, okay. Now here in the pons, this sixth cranial nerve nucleus lies over here, got it? And just below the sixth cranial nerve lies the seventh cranial nerve, okay? Lies the seventh cranial nerve. So what happens? This seventh cranial nerve, it originates, it turns around the sixth cranial nucleus of the sixth cranial nerve, and then it comes out of the pons. Got it? So this space, got it? This space which is present over here around the sixth nucleus is called as the facial colliculus. Got it? It is called as the facial colliculus. So the nerve of the seventh cranial nerve comes out of the nucleus, winds round the nucleus of the sixth cranial nerve, and then crosses over the pons and then goes out of the pons. So this space which is present over here, okay, surrounding the sixth cranial nerve is called as the facial colliculus. Got it? Then you have the origin of the sixth cranial nerve. Got it? Then you have the origin of the sixth cranial nerve. You have the origin of the sixth cranial nerve, and the sixth cranial nerve over here is related to the inferior cerebellar artery. Got it? Over here it is related to the anterior inferior cerebellar artery. So this is anterior inferior cerebellar. Got it? Cerebellar artery. Okay? So here it is related to the anterior inferior cerebellar artery. Then this cranial nerve. Then this nerve, got it? It passes from the posterior cranial fossa into the middle cranial fossa. And in the middle cranial fossa, it is related to it passes through the cavernous. So this is the cavernous sinus. Got it? It passes through the cavernous sinus. Okay? From the in the cavernous sinus, you know what happens, isn't it? In the cavernous sinus, you know what happens. It is related to the internal carotid artery. It is related to the third cranial nerve. It is related to the fourth cranial nerve. So from the cavernous sinus, it comes out to the superior orbital fissure. Got it? It comes out to the superior orbital fissure. And when it comes out of the superior orbital fissure, now I'll draw the superior orbital fissure over here. Okay, it comes out through the superior orbital fissure, and this is your eyeball, isn't it? This is your eyeball. Okay, then over here you have the superior rectus. You have this is the nasal part. Got it? This is the nasal part. This is the temporal. Okay. Then you have the medial rectus. You have the lateral rectus. Got it? And this is the inferior rectus. Isn't it? So like this, you have the four recti muscle. You have the four recti muscle. The superior rectus. Got it? The medial rectus, the lateral rectus, and the inferior rectus. So this comes out from the inferior fissure, and it supplies the lateral rectus muscle. Got it? It supplies the lateral rectus muscle. So to repeat again, the sixth cranial nerve is also called as the abducent nerve. Got it? It is also called as the abducent nerve or the abducens nerve. This sixth cranial nerve, it originates from the pons by the sixth cranial nerve nucleus. What is? By the sixth cranial nerve nucleus. It originates by the sixth cranial nerve nucleus. Now, this nucleus is present in the pons. Just close to the sixth cranial nerve is present the seventh cranial nerve. Okay? Is present the seventh cranial nerve, and this seventh cranial nerve originates from the seventh cranial nerve nucleus, which is situated in the pons. Then it goes behind, it turns like this, and then it comes out of the pons. So when it is moving around, when it's crossing around, here there is a space, and this space is called as the facial cortex. It is called as the facial cortex. And then the sixth cranial nerve originates from which part of the pons? From the area of the facial colliculus. So you know what is facial colliculus now. From here the nerve originates. It passes from the posterior cranial fossa into the middle cranial fossa. Here it is related to the anterior inferior cerebellar artery. It is related to anterior inferior cerebellar artery. Okay, and then it comes into the middle cranial fossa, and here the cranial nerves are covered by the cranial nerves are covered by the they are covered by the dura mater. Got it? A layer of dura mater. Okay? You have the periosteal layer, and up you have the meningeal layer. Down you have the periosteal layer, and up you have the meningeal layer. Okay? From the posterior cranial fossa, it comes into the middle cranial fossa. In the middle cranial fossa, it lies in the cavernous sinus. Got it? It lies in the cavernous sinus. Got it? So up over here you have the third nerve. You will have the fourth nerve. Then you will have the trigeminal nerve V1, V2, and down over here you will have the sixth cranial nerve, and from here enters the internal carotid artery. Got it? Okay. Here over here you have the carotid canal. Here you have the foramen lacerum. So this carotid artery is entering into the internal carotid foramen. From the foramen it is crossing the foramen lacerum, and then this carotid artery is coming down over here and entering into the cavernous sinus. Got it? So this is the carotid canal. Got it? From here it crosses the lacerum, foramen lacerum, and then it is into the cavernous sinus. And over here this sixth cranial nerve is related to the internal carotid artery. Then it comes to the anterior part of the cavernous sinus. It leaves the cavernous sinus and passes into the superior orbital fissure. Got it? It passes through the superior orbital fissure. From the superior orbital fissure, it leaves the superior orbital fissure. You got it? It leaves the superior orbital fissure. Where it does leave, it leaves to the medial part. Now, to show you how these nerves are coming out, okay? How these nerves are coming out, okay? So, you have the superior orbital fissure. Got it? Then, this is the ring of Zinn or annulus of Zinn. Got it? This is the superior orbital fissure, and this is the ring of Zinn, isn't it? By teaching the osteology, I did teach you this is the ring of Zinn. This ring of Zinn divides it into medial part, middle part, and lateral part, isn't it? This ring of Zinn divides the superior orbital fissure into medial part, middle part, and the lateral part. So this Abucent nerve, it passes from the middle part of the superior orbital fissure. You have the superior division, got it, of the oculomotor nerve, got it, superior branch of the oculomotor nerve, inferior branch of the oculomotor nerve, okay, and you have the nasociliary nerve, got it, the nasociliary nerve, which I will be teaching you while I will be teaching you nasociliary nerve, and you have the Abucent nerve. So the Abucent nerve passes from the middle part of the superior orbital fissure. Got it? It passes from the superior part of the the middle part of the superior orbital fissure. Got it? And then it supplies the lateral rectus. You have the eyeball like this, isn't it? Okay? And you have the superior rectus, you have the inferior rectus, you have the lateral rectus, and you have the medial rectus and the lateral rectus. This nerve comes and it supplies the lateral rectus muscle. Got it? It supplies the lateral rectus muscle. I hope you must have understood. Now the important function of this lateral rectus muscle is lateral rotation of the eyeball. Got it? Lateral rotation of the eyeball. So what happens when you look like this on the side? The eyeball comes to the side. That is, you are abducting the eye. Abduction means away from the medial surface, isn't it? So you are either doing lateral rotation or abduction of the eyeball. So when you are looking on the lateral side, so what is happening? The lateral rectus is, if you are trying to look on the right side, the lateral rectus will move the eyeball towards the right side. So the medial one will come on the medial side, isn't it? So this is the normal function. When this is coming to the lateral side, this is coming to the medial side. When you look to the left side like this is coming to the lateral side and this is coming to the medial side, isn't it? So that is the function of the lateral rectus. But when there is paralysis of the lateral rectus muscle, got it? The paralysis can be due to anything. Got it? The paralysis can be injury to the nerve, to the lateral rectus. Got it? Or the sixth cranial nerve, that is the Abucent nerve. Okay? There can be paralysis of the lateral rectus either because of injury, trauma over here. Got it? It can be due to a disease called multiple sclerosis, got it? Which is a disease of brain. Multiple sclerosis. Got it? Then if there is any abscess, got it? If there is any abscess, if there is infection, mostly the infection will be to the cavernous sinus, isn't it? What you say, the thrombosis of the cavernous sinus, or again and again there is affection of the sinuses, sphenoidal sinuses, frontal sinuses, isn't it? There can be tumor, there can be aneurysm of the aorta, got it? There can be trauma. So anything can be the reason for injury to the Abucent nerve. So usually what is the function? This is your eye, got it? This is your pupil, iris and the pupil. What is the function of this lateral rectus? What is the function of the lateral rectus over here? The eyeball comes to the left side, outside, isn't it? And this is your annulus. So when you want to see to the right side, lateral side, this eyeball will come over here. This is the normal function. But in case of paralysis, suppose you say there is paralysis of the right eye. So if you want to see to the lateral side, your eyeball will remain here. Got it? And what will happen, since you are trying to move the eyeball laterally, the part which is affected, the right side, if you say it is affected, it will remain the same, isn't it? It will remain the same. The eyeball will not move, but the eyeball from here will move. Got it? The eyeball from the normal side will move. So what will happen? This condition where the eyeball does not move, where the eyeball does not move and the other eyeball moves. Got it? It is called as strabismus. Got it? It is called as strabismus or squint. Sakana. Got it? It is called as sakana. It is nothing but it is the same thing can happen with the medial rectus. Medial rectus, you look towards the nose, isn't it? You look towards the nose like this. And when both the eyeballs come towards, got it? Both the eyeballs when they come towards the nose, that is the action of medial rectus, isn't it? So in case of paralysis of medial rectus, again the same thing will happen, isn't it? Again the same thing will happen. One will move, one will not move. Again there will be strabismus. So you have to find out what type of strabismus it is, medial side or lateral side, isn't it? When your eyeball does not move and the other moves, there is a squint. This is the affection of the sixth cranial nerve, that is the abducent nerve. Got it? That is the abducent nerve. Okay? Understood? Everybody? I hope you must have understood. Now, over here in the, I forgot to tell you, when it is leaving the pons, what is happening? When it is leaving the pons, what is happening? Okay? You have the posterior cranial fossa, which is the deepest. Above that, you have the middle cranial fossa, which is again deep, and up you have the anterior. So this is the posterior cranial fossa, this is the middle cranial fossa, and this is the anterior cranial fossa, isn't it? Okay? Over here you have the sella tursi, isn't it? Here you have the sella tursi. So here you have the midbrain, you have the pons, you have the medulla. This is the foramen magnum, isn't it? This is the foramen magnum. So when the sixth cranial nerve, it originates from the pons. Got it? It is crossing the posterior cranial fossa and coming into the middle cranial fossa. What is present over here? This is the clivus. Got it? This is the clivus. So it comes out over here. It is related to the clivus. It is related to the, got it? Clivus. And here below down it is related to the anterior cerebellar artery. From the clivus it moves upwards and it goes and lies in the cavernous sinus. And here in front of the cavernous sinus there is the superior orbital fissure. And from the superior orbital fissure it passes and it supplies the eyeball. Got it? That is the lateral rectus muscle. That is the lateral rectus muscle. Okay? That is the lateral rectus muscle. Paralysis of the sixth cranial nerve will lead to squint or strabismus. Got it? Paralysis, because the function of the lateral rectus is lateral rotation of the eyeball and abduction. Lateral rotation of the eyeball and abduction. Understood? If you have any difficulty, you can ask. Okay, thank you. That's all for the day.